What if you get a presentment from like the IRS and you fail to respond within the 72 hours? Is there a remedy for that?
Well, yeah. First of all, like I say to people, if you listen to my show, what I try to explain to people a billion times is only a man can talk to another man, okay? So if you said you got a letter from IRS, the first thing I usually do is I find out who wrote the letter for the IRS. Does that kind of make any sense? And I'm going to say, hey, Bob, I got a letter from you, and I believe that you represent something called IRS. Like, what is the nature of the IRS? What is the nature of this letter pertaining to? Do you believe I owe a debt, or is IRS going to come forth and make a claim I owe a debt to the IRS? What is the nature of this letter? Does it kind of make sense?
Yeah, it does make sense, but do you send it back to the office or the location that sent you the letter?
You send it okay, I don't send it to a rock or a tree or a pole. I send it to a man, or I send it to a woman.
All right. So to communicate with them, to find out who sent it to you, do you send a copy of correspondence back and ask who sent this?
No, it should be written right on there. Isn't there something on there that said somebody signed something?
No.
Really?
Really?
Okay, because something simple like I would write would be just like say a director of accounts receivable, like tax program division, or taxpayer services and debt management branch, like say if the IRS or the CRA, and I just say the letter that they sent you is it a form letter?
Yeah, it's a.
Does it have like a
notice of intent to levy?
Okay, no. There's a form letter. It's going to be like a T-WX or something like that, or TW10 form.
No, what they sent was a notice of intent to levy.
Okay, is there a little tiny... Okay, every form letter has some sort of like a reference number on it. Is it going to be a little tiny on the bottom left, top left? There's going to be something. It's going to say form, and then it's going to say, JS44 or something.
Well, I'm looking at it now, and...
okay, well, let's just make for laughs and giggles. Let's just say like something from Canada would be a T305, okay? And it's going to be in regards to a certain account, okay? And the account's going to be like 4410498555RI, okay? Let's just make one up. What you have to do is you have to find out who generated that letter. First of all, you have to find out who generated it. You have to know that you're talking to a man or a woman. I'm not talking to a salt and pepper shaker. I'm not talking to a tree. I'm not talking to a CRI or IRC or CIO. You're not talking to three letters. Is IRS the name of a man or a woman? Because if you're talking to three letters, what's three letters? Only a man or woman can talk back to you, respond to you. If you could respond, if a salt or pepper shaker could talk to you, God bless you. I don't know what an IRS is. I mean, if somebody names their kid Iris, and if you get to put the I in it, okay. They call the kid Iris without an I. Okay, am I talking to Iris? Is Iris saying I owe him a debt? Let Iris tell me I owe him a debt. Am I speaking to Iris? Because if Iris is making a claim I owe a debt, and that debt is not true, or it's due, or it's owed, I'm going to put Iris on a witness stand and say, you're going to bring your claim into an open court, and you're going to swear I owe you a debt, and you're going to look me right in the eye, Iris, and you're going to tell me I owe you something. And it better be true, and it better be due.
Okay, so what you're saying is inquire back to the office that sent it, trying to find out who's actually sent the
I guess
notice
the best
out.
way to start that letter would be, dear ladies and gentlemen, or dear lady or dear gentleman.
Okay, how about going straight to the IRS commissioner?
Yeah, you could probably ask that. I believe a man or woman has, sent this to my person on behalf of IRS, and if you have, it's amazing you have absolutely no name on that piece of paper.
No, none.
I've never seen one without a name on it.
Well, I've got several of them. Okay, back to my original question. Failing to send the correspondence back within 3 days.
Okay, Do you have a return address? Make it just that simple. Do you have a return
Yes.
address?
Yeah, well,
Okay.
yes, it's Department of Treasury, Internal Revenue Service, Memphis, Tennessee, 38101.
Okay, can you just, the easiest way I would do it as fast as possible is I'd just make a phone call to them and say, who issued this document to my home? Who issued it? Who's the creator? They'll know what the word issued means. Who issued this? It's saying that it came from this location. Is this true, that it came from this location? And who would have issued this? Because, like I said, in say like the CRA, it would be considered a Director of Accounts Receivable, Tax Program Division, Taxpayer Services, and Debt Management Branch. That's the actual title of where it would come from. It's ridiculous how long it is. So, like I said, you just basically ask them, okay, I got a letter from this location. It originated from this location. The source of origin was this place in Memphis, Tennessee. Who is the name of the director, or who would have issued such a document to be, delivered upon my person here in Texas? Who would have done such a thing? Can you give me a name so I could correspond with this man or this woman, so then I, could settle this matter with them that they're claiming I owe a debt?